Now, last one right here. Speaking of the West Coast, favorite Tupac song. Of course, there are a lot of great songs from the late MC. You know, you got Brenda's Got a Baby. You know, Keep Your Head Up, America's Most Wanted, Hail Mary, Dear Mama, Me Against the World, So Many Tears. I mean, we got but I gotta one of my favorite ones in a funny way. Remember the Friday After Next movie, and Terry Crews is sitting in the lounge, sitting in the living room, and they playing the "How Do You Want It" song by Tupac, and then he starts
Yes,
dancing and shit.
yes,
Y'all remember that?
Terry Crews earned my full on respect for that whole movie, bro. Oh my god.
Oh, good God.
Y'all need water? Y'all need.
I'm good, bro. I'm good. But
I
oh
got a
man,
bottle of wine right over here.
let me tell you something. I've never laughed so hard at a dancing scene in a movie in my life. I'm like, this big jacked up ex-football player literally dancing to Tupac like he in some club, and I'm just like, oh my god. Oh boy. Oh. But no, hey, no, I can't. Hey, but I ain't mad at you though. How Do You Want It is classic. That's a classic song.
Yeah.
Hey, never mind. Oh.
Oh,
You know what? I think both of y'all realized what I was about to say, but
oh god.
it's just like but yeah. Hey,
Yo.
I will say this, man. Look, when they say the ladies love Tupac, they was not lying, man. And when I say all the ladies, I mean all of them, man. So, hey, man, big ups to the late great one. So, I mean, like I said, y'all know what I was about to say, but you know, that was an epic video. That was real epic for various reasons.
Obvious reasons. Are we doing a podcast right now, or are we in Comedy Central?
I don't know, man. I don't know. No, it was just no. I mean, I know Friday After Next is like Friday After Next is my favorite of the Fridays. It's my favorite, and just there were so many good performances in that movie. And Terry Crews is one of them that stand out. And the fact that you brought up that scene, and I'm just, I know, sports PSP, about to have me pissing myself, bringing up that scene, I'm dancing in front of the TV. I'm like, no, no, I'm like, no.
Oh my god,
man.
Oh god. Okay. All right. All right. Okay.
Y'all need your Bible or
Oh
something?
boy.
No.
No, I'm straight. I'm straight. No good. But God, that man got me crying on the podcast, bro. That joke was great. Oh. Okay. Boy. Okay. I'll say this. Yeah. For me, I was always like a humongous. I was always a huge Tupac fan. Because I remember the debates. Like it was always Tupac or Biggie, Tupac or Biggie, Tupac or Biggie, and I'm just like, I don't want to pick them both because I like them both. Tupac was the poet. Tupac was the storyteller. Tupac was the one that could paint the picture and put you where he's at, what he's talking about, and you could visualize everything that he's saying. Tupac was the storyteller. Biggie was the lyricist. They had their own things that they did that made them great, and I didn't really care for the comparison because I had the burnt CDs. I had like the greatest hits burnt CDs of both of them anyway, as far as like some of the like the greatest, their best songs. So I never really picked one. I just said Tupac's a better storyteller, Biggie's a better lyricist. Leave it at that. It ain't about who's a GOAT. They do what they do, in my opinion, at the time I felt like better than any rapper ever. So my favorite my favorite Tupac song. That's hard because I got a lot of them. I got a lot of them, and I still rock a lot of them because I still rock two of America's Most Wanted. I still rock that. I still rock Temptations. Temptations is an underrated song. Um, what else is there? Yes, my favorite though is probably Dear Mama. My favorite is probably Dear Mama if I had to pick one because that one was just. I mean, the beat was perfect. The tempo, the flow, everything was just. I mean, if you just wanted a perfect song, Dear Mama is a perfect song because it was just because you still had like the hardened aspects of him, the thug aspects of him, but then you had the side of him that loved his mama and would go to war for his mama and would do unspeakable things to anybody for his mama because that's how much he loved his mama. And it was just like, man, I mean, us being, what I'm saying, us being, and especially with, like us being black men in America, to have a black man coming on there rapping about how much he loved his mama. I mean, that's like something you didn't always hear like that. And you got to give a man like that kudos and respect and admiration for being able to come out and give no f's talking about how much he loved his mama. And it's like you had his song and you had the Boys of Men song as well. Like it's like, come on, you can't stuff like that. You just can't. You can't put like a boundary or a limitation on stuff like that. So and to this day, like if I have a cell phone, my mama, like my sister, uses that song for her ringtone for my mom, and I do it too. I don't have it on this phone I have now, but I will. Every time I got my mom on the phone, the ringtone is it's gonna be that song. So it's just yeah. If I had to pick one, it's that one. But that man had so many good songs. It was almost like it's like the Michael Jackson one. The Michael Jackson, what we were talking about. They got too many songs to just pick one.
Absolutely. No question. Champ, did you give your song with Tupac?
Nah. First of all, a big shout out to the late great one, man. Hey, shout out to my older cousin, man, because he the first one who hooked me on Tupac, man. Older cousin, like a big brother to me. Shout out to my man Mike Davis, because there was these two particular songs that I loved, and hey, man, To Live and Die in L.A. made me want to go to L.A. I've never been to LA before, but it makes me want to go there. But it's just like, even to this day, I said the first thing that I'm going to do if I ever go to LA and get off the plane is play that song. So To Live and Die in LA is a great song. Not to mention, man, people don't even realize, man, the beat that he was rapping over, man, and the sample that he did, that was Prince, Do Me Baby, that he was rapping over. If you go back and listen to it, I mean, for him to do a song over a melody like that with that soft R&B beat and with that hardcore flow that Tupac had was nothing short of amazing, man. And, I know this was a kind of a crazy song, but I'm not going to say the other one because, but Against All Odds was one of the hardest ones. I mean, and I'm not gonna tell any stories to you. I'm not gonna tell no lie. I didn't realize that the guys who he was talking about the song was real. I was so young at the time. I thought these were, Pac was a good storyteller. So he was just like, I'm thinking he talking about, some guys who he made up, but come to find out those guys was real. But like I said, I was so young. Hell, I was like 11 years old when Against All Odds came out. So man, to live and die in LA wanted me to go to LA, man. It wanted me to go to LA. I wanted to be in a Laker jersey watching, Nick Van Exel and those guys back then. I wanted to go to LA and check out the beaches. I wanted to check out Soul Train. That made me want to. I would say to live and die in LA, it was the only time in my history where I wanted to be in LA instead of my home state of Georgia. So to live and die in LA, and regardless of how, violent the song was, man, Against All Odds. And let's not forget just one more song, man, because I say it every time we at the end of a game, end of a football game, and the quarterback has to throw it up high. Hail Mary, one quick C. So, you can't leave out that one either, brother.
No, you can't. You can't. But other than How Do You Want It, that's like my favorite one. My other one from Tupac, I Get Around. The melody, the beat, makes you feel like summertime, hanging out, chilling out in the pool, being around beautiful women, kicking it with your homies, your friends, having some good barbecue stuff like that, reminiscing on the good old days, playing dominoes, drinking. I mean, I Get Around. That's like the mood I want to be when anywhere I want to be, whether work, whatever. That's like one of my favorite tracks from Tupac as well. But How Do You Want It? Y'all were surprised when I brought up Terry Crews from that Friday at the next scene. That was hysterical.
That was a good
bruh, yeah, I'm telling you, man, folks just don't understand how funny and iconic that scene is from that movie. Folks just don't understand. Folks just don't understand.
Oh man.
Oh,
That
but
was
but yeah, I'll add one thing real quick to this before we move. Yeah, like he brought up Hail Mary. I think, in my opinion, the greatest first verse to me in the history of hip hop is his first verse in Hail Mary. Like it just sets the full tone for that entire song. How you are like how dark the song already is, and the stuff. And on it, that whole Don Illuminati album was just basically was like one of the darkest things I've ever heard. But that verse in Hail Mary just set the tone, and it was just like, boy, I still don't think to this day there's another rapper that could ever get as deep as that man could when he really wanted to get in his bag. I still don't think there's another rapper that could ever get as dark and as deep as he could, like in his like at his peak. Uh-uh. He was just another level when it came to like storytelling like that. Oh boy,
don't forget
he could.
don't forget
Yeah,
Ambitious as a rider. Ambitious as a rider.
yes, that one too. That's one of my favorite beats ever. Is Ambitions as a writer.
Remember how Mike Tyson, how he used to walk into the ring and when that song
Ooh.
was playing?
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yes,
That makes you want to
yes,
climb out the ring.
Mm-hmm.
boy. That Mike Tyson couldn't have picked a better song to walk out to, like straight up.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, man. And I can't wait to see him versus Jake Paul. But that's a
I
story
can't wait
for
to see him. I can't wait to see him kill him. But I digress.